I've used and installed a bunch of reverse osmosis water filters, and I gotta say this is probably one of the slickest I've seen. And the reason for that is because it doesn't use any power. It looks like a tankless reverse osmosis system, but I'm not really sure how it works. The systems I've used in the past that are like this, they usually have kind of a big water tank. It's very clearly a tank, and then they have the 3 filters all in a line that you have. This one looks a lot nicer, and the water filters can be taken out from the front, so when you need to replace the filters, you don't need to take the whole thing out of your sink and unscrew and then screw it back in. Really cool design. Personally, I found it really easy to install, and I think it works really well. It probably depends on your water pressure, but when we use it for about half a gallon, you're getting like a big heavy stream of water, and then the next half of gallon it kind of slows down until it's lower pressure. So if you're filling up a huge pitcher of water or like a gallon of water, it might take a while, but if all you're doing is filling up a single glass or a couple glasses of water, it takes seconds. One reason I need a reverse osmosis system is not just for drinking, but we have really hard water in our house. So you can see with this cup I have, I accidentally left water in, and it left this ring of calcium or lime buildup. We heat up water in tea kettles a lot, and we have to soak it in vinegar probably every other week just because of all of the buildup in there. I also really love houseplants, but I've noticed this white stuff on the top again, calcium buildup. So if you use humidifiers, you can't really use tap water if it's hard water because the calcium dust will get into the air. Same deal with evaporative coolers. So having this filtered water is really nice, not just for drinking and cooking. This is a sponsored video, and this water filter was sent to me so I could make this video. Like I said, I've used and reviewed a lot, and here are the most important things I think you should know about this. Because the water filter doesn't use power, it makes no sound, so it's really nice, but that does impact the water pressure. So like I said before, it's kind of full blast when you first started out, and then it kind of gets less and less and less. The other really nice thing about this, which I already mentioned, and it sets it apart from other water filters, is all the filters are in the front, so you can just take off the front cover, replace the filters. You don't need to take the whole unit out. So once you have this installed, you don't really need to touch it ever again until you replace the filters, and even then it's really easy to make that swap. I did a test where I measured the particles in the water. I used a TDS meter. My tap water is about 300 ppm, and honestly I really like the taste of my tap water. I've never had an issue with it other than it is really hard water. With the filtered water, I measured it at about 30 ppm, so it really does a great job taking just about everything out. And they recommend that when you first install it, you run it for about 20 minutes, kind of just to flush the system out. I ran it for I think about 30 minutes, and when I first tasted it, it tasted almost exactly like bottled water. I really don't know how to describe it beyond that, but it tastes like bottled water. But as I've been using it for a few weeks, the taste of bottled water has become less and less, and now it kind of tastes like nothing. It's just like you drink it and you know you're drinking water, but it's virtually flavorless. There's probably a hint of bottled water, but it's not really that significant. If you're looking for a quiet water filter, this is perfect. It makes no sound, and if you live in an area that also has really hard water, this is perfect for drinking, for cooking, for humidifiers, for your plants. I've been really happy with this water filter.